When I actually choose songs that are going to be having a Mandarin version, I primarily focus on what songs would my mom want to hear, because my mom loves it when I sing in Mandarin, speak Mandarin. So primarily that's where I start, and now I just have songs I can send my mom. Honest, vulnerable, and complicated. I think when I was writing this whole album, I tried to be as honest with myself as possible, and I was trying to be very vulnerable with myself as well, and just writing from my heart. And complicated because my emotions are very complicated. Blue actually has a really funny story because I was with my producer, Big Banana, and we were actually writing, I think we were writing Complicated at that time. And I was all like, hey, Banana, do you have some beats just laying around? And he played me the beat for Blue, and I was just like, wait, I like this, can you send it to me? And after listening to it, we walked outside, and I was just kind of like humming, thinking about you, yeah, yeah. And he was like, that's awesome. And actually, before I even ever heard the beat, because it was a note that I had on my phone, and I just kind of puzzled it together, and I actually fought my natural writer's instinct with that song. So I was like, oh, I like this song a lot. I actually think the most memorable song to me on Why is Make It Better. It was actually a song that kind of showed me how insecure about myself that I was. So it was like a doing kind of song, like, oh, this whole album was a very self-reflective album. I think that song really kind of set the domino effect for every other song. I feel like with the songwriting process, every song is different. Some songs, like for example, Blue, I just had a voice note and like some lyrics written down, and I didn't have a beat for it. I just had, I've been painting all these pictures just like I always do. I just had that. I actually wrote out probably most of the song, and then after hearing the beat, I made the hook, and then I kind of just puzzled it together. Some songs like Complicated, I just knew what to write. I knew exactly how I felt, and I just wrote it from start to finish. Neon is a song that I wrote out and sat on it for a couple days, went back to it, changed up some more stuff, and added more things in. So every song has its own unique process, and I think that's what I really love about songwriting. Complicated is the closing song, and it kind of just tied everything together because I'm always very paranoid, and I always want to fix things, and I always want to help somebody, and I always want to be the problem solver, but sometimes there is no answer. Sometimes you can't fix everything, and things are just too complicated that you just have to accept it. And Complicated was my acceptance song. I felt with Complicated, the music video should not be complex. The song should speak for itself, and the visuals should speak for itself. So I went to the beach. Roses symbolize love, and I just wanted to run around and have this rose in my hand and holding on to that love and the good and the bad times, everything. In the music video, I actually kind of run into the ocean. That actually wasn't planned. I was just like kind of feeling the song so much. I was like, I'm just gonna run into the ocean. And me and my DP were soaking wet. So that was a little fun part of the filming process. But at the end, the rose just kind of disappears, and it's just, I guess, me accepting that. The album title was actually a coincidence because I actually had different names for Why. And throughout the process of finding names, I was like, why does it this? Why is it this? And I was like, why? So it kind of just made sense. Like how capital Y shape is kind of like being split between two roads, and I have to choose one way. So I felt that imagery really, really strongly. It just kind of fit because X was there. So yeah, you found out my process, and yes, the next album will be called Z. I adore Linkin Park. They are forever just my childhood, adulthood, everything. And a lot of my inspiration comes from Linkin Park. I love Blink-182. I grew up listening to a lot of pop punk, Sum 41, Taking Back Sunday. I started listening to more pop actually when I went to Korea to be part of FX. So that's when I started listening to Justin Timberlake and NSYNC. Backstreet Boys. My older sister actually exposed me to a lot of music, so I would always just kind of follow in her footsteps. And then right when I went to Korea and I was away from family, I kind of just found my own taste. Every song is so different, every genre, every feel, every vibe. I just can't get enough of it. I think my fans know how much I like to clean. I am somewhat messy though because of work. I am really busy and I'm all over the place, but I love matching things. Like when I go to hotel rooms, I have my skincare. I bring like my toiletries with me. I always place everything in like right angles. I just like doing that. It's very nice and aesthetically pleasing.